Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm live here. I'm alive here. I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm alive. Live. Hello. Yes. Thank you. This is another Thursday. Another Thursday. Yes. Thank you. Another Thursday. Yes. 30 minutes. Quickly catch up with me. Thank you. Hi, Iko. You're here. Love you, baby. Thank you, my sister. Yemi Babs. Thank you. How are you? It's a holiday. Yes, sister. It's a holiday in Nigeria, and I'm sure part of the world. Yes. Our Muslim brothers are celebrating today. Yes, and I really want us to have a good time to banter today. Somewhat. You see that I'm doing this in a car. Yes, and it's related to the conversation I want us to have today. Would you be kind to share? I also want to quickly then share this quickly. I'm trying to do that. Quickly. Yeah. Please go ahead and share it. Let people know. Because what I want to discuss today is really, really very important, honestly. If I knew how to do this better, there's a way to impact my work-life balance. Okay. All right. Thank you. Good day, everyone. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead because I know that people are going to have to listen to this later on. So today, I really am at a party. Yes, party. Not really Thanksgiving party. Yes, because someone who is like a big brother and uncle is 70 today. And he said to me, look, okay, Hannah, you need to be here. And not just should I be here, but also he wanted me to do something, to handle a function, to sing. And I did that already, yes, in the program. And that, you remember we've been discussing work-life balance, some of the nuances and all of that. And I just want to today speak to the power of social capital. Social capital can actually help our work-life balance. Right, when we talk about social capital, what do we mean? Right. Social capital is a term used, to describe the networks, the relationships that we have, the people around our lives, within the community, the strength of the ties, the strength of the relationships, attuned to achieving, certain objectives towards the development of society and even the development of ourselves and our lives and each other, is how we rely on relationships to kind of enhance our lives and to achieve our life purposes. I'm sure, my dear people, you will, if you think really, you will reckon that where you are today, you'll be slowed down or helped by relationships. Honestly, I gave it a little thought overnight, and I realized that from the especially if we talk about career and business, where your bread and butter is coming from, your progress or otherwise, if you think very well, you will link it to relationships. And I just remember how there was no way I would have gotten into career deeply and strongly without relationships. Because I really didn't know. My parents didn't know. My parents they didn't have the networks. My parents didn't have the social capital. Again, because of their own environment, their education, because your education will impact your social capital. There are people who are not educated, but they are still able to break into certain circles. And that's because, people are, within circles. There are descriptors that bind people or that we can use to arrange people in circles. So even within a group within in the office, you hear people say people have people have their own, there's a terminology we use to say people have their own people. Like they have cliques. Exactly. If you think about clique is defined. There are definitions. There are parameters that define cliques. So when we are talking about social capital, I've described what it is, the network you have, the relationships you have, and the next leg is how you utilize that, what it does for you. It's a huge topic, this conversation. But let me try and start dissecting. I just mentioned to you that, like, when I was to be introduced into career, my parents didn't know anybody, but I knew I was going to work in Lagos. So when I came to Lagos, the people I knew in Lagos were people when we did youth service. It was in Jos. I had my youth service. But during youth service, I had met with very nice people. This lady, some of them became my good friends. So once I returned back to Ogun State, where my parents resided, and I was trying to get a job in Lagos, they were my go-to. So I would call and say, Folake, I'm coming to Lagos. And she would say, you can come and stay with us. I would say, Toby, I'm coming to Lagos. She would say, come and stay with us. You squat with us for the weekend when you come. That was it. So on the strength of people I could squat with and stay with, it gave me at least the bedrock to begin to look for job and search. So relationships, social network is very important. And we must be intentional to build it. It won't happen just like that. Let me say this. At any point in time, there will be people who want to connect to you. As we are now, whatever level you are, there are people who are longing to meet with you. They are praying to just be able to shake hands with you. They are trusting to be able to meet with you. They like you. There are some things they like about you. And they just want to be within your circle. You are also looking to certain circles. That is if you are deliberate. If you are not deliberate, you will just be living any day as it is. Thank you, my darling. Yes, it's profound. You will just be living anyhow. Before you know it, you'll be losing ground. And I will share my own weakness, one mistake I made. Honestly, anytime I remember, it's painful. It was my blunder because I didn't know better then. Okay, so let me also say that, in striking relationships, we are different as human beings. Our personalities differ. I keep talking about personalities. There are personalities that can strike conversation almost immediately. Like today, in this program we went to, a lady came out and spoke, and I just like her. Incidentally, she was sitting near me, and maybe she returned. I'm like, whoa, well done. That was a good speech. And she smiled. I'm like, yeah. You mind if I meet you a bit more? Where, what? And that was it. Within the church, we're in the church. And may I have a number already? Hello, yes. But that's me as a personality. However, there are people who are not like me. Quieter personalities. They are introverted. There are some other type of personality that can't quickly strike me. You have to learn it. Yes, Sandra, bless you. You have to learn some of there are things you have to learn. I was in a career conversation, and this question came up, and somebody said, please, I am so quiet. I'm just not the talking type. I'm not like people like you, others who can talk and know. What else can I do? I said to her, there's nothing that cannot be changed. And it was just yesterday. And I gave them an example of one of my bosses. Okay? This my boss is now 70 years, right? This my boss was an introvert. An introvert proper. His wife told us, the late wife, used to be an extrovert. So the wife would say, Hannah, when I was going to marry, after we got married, first few weeks, I'm like, I hope I didn't make a mistake, because my husband is a quiet type. He doesn't talk. He will just come back home. As long as he has books, he will just want, because he's an introvert. But guess what happened? This man, who is my boss, or who was my boss and a mentor to me, then got a job first, because he's within the pharmaceutical area. So he first got a job as a detailer, a medical detailer. A detailer is somebody who will be meeting with doctors one-on-one, and sometimes before you can do one-on-one detailing your medicine to them. This was his job. From there, he moved to detailing to 3 or 4 of them together. From there, he moved to detailing to 10 people in the cluster in the hospital. From there, he then moved from that to becoming a salesman fully. And from there, he became a sales director. Ladies and gentlemen, guess what? Do you think he had not opened up? This my boss because of the role he was performing, the duty compelled him to change. Behavior can change. That's the point I'm making. Don't say, you say, excuse me. Don't say, look, I'm an introvert. I cannot talk. Hannah, you don't understand. No, I'm just telling you an example of somebody. By the time this man handled the sales team, he would still not talk like some of us, blah, 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 everywhere. No, but he became comfortable striking conversation with people, opening conversations. In fact, going to stores, he went into shop and can have the stall attendee. How are you? How are you doing? How much is this? Before he wasn't like that. So he changed. So the first thing I want to tell you, if you're asking me to say, but Hannah, I'm not like you people, I don't like to talk and noise, to say, change your mindset first. That mindset is not going to help you. If you want to do well, if you must do well in life, in business, in life, in the industry, in community, in society, your basic personality is your personality. But every personality comes with its strengths and weaknesses. That weakness you can work on. You will not be extroverted, no. You will not be able to do this 100%, no, but start. Once you start, you begin to see the joy. Come on. And let me tell you quickly, the trick, one of the ways, you will never miss it when you give compliments to people. Okay? So begin to practice that. There is something good about any person you see for the first time. Look from head to toe. There will be something. Everybody wants to be complimented. It's one way to help you open your social network and begin to connect better. Okay. All right. So let me backtrack again and then talk to the fact that, you know, I was saying you need to be deliberate to build your social network. There are different verticals that you need to build. Some people, they have very strong network in the office, but in the family is zero. Some have it so much in the office, they have it at home, but in the community where they live is zero. Some have it in different. So if you look at the strata of your life, take it from family, business, career, society or community where you live, religious sector and circle, across, ask yourself, what is my network power across all these levels and layers? Who are the people I can call now across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strata and they will answer? Or do I have one master relationship? What is a master relationship? A master relationship is that one you have that can open other pseudo relationships for you. Do you understand? And these are people who have experience, they have expertise, they have integrity going for them. They themselves are fully networked. These are like role models and mentors now. You can have 1 or 2 of them. So where you have a lack, as in you cannot reach that other relationship, these ones will open it for you. Come on. They will open the relationship and open the doors for you. Do you understand? This is how you build your social network. You have to be intentional. You have to be deliberate. Remember, if you are just joining, what I'm discussing today is how to build your social network. Your social network are the relationships, the people you have that you can both of you can be building your lives, or all of you can help yourselves. And I said I was going to share one of the pains I have, one bad experience I had. Because of our time, I'll share that, quickly, and then we wrap it up today. Okay. So what happened in this instance? I went somewhere to have a meeting, and when I entered that conversation, it was such a good meeting, and there's a particular couple, honestly, that took to me. Let me tell you exactly what it was. I was invited. This was many years ago. I was invited to come and speak in a particular church. And I went there and I spoke and did everything. And after that, after the service, a particular couple went to the pastor and told the pastor that whatever honorarium the church was going to give to me, they were going to give me something else. And this money they were going to give me was in 7 figures. The first time in my life somebody would give me an honorarium that is, I'll tell you what it is, was a million naira. This was many years ago. And that period, I needed money like 1 million. Anyway, so after the service, the pastor, I went upstairs normally to just relax before, and then the pastor just said to me, "Oh, Pastor H, by the way, if you don't know, I'm a pastor. That's just by the way, okay? This is career, business, everything together. Anyway, And they said, there's a couple that want to see you. In my head, I'm like, what do they want to see me for? Long and short, they are like, this person said that while I was talking, they felt, they were persuaded as a family that they were going to have to, whatever the church was giving me, they were going to give a seed into my life of ₦1 million. It was a prayer answered, to be honest. I needed that money at that point. I was so grateful. I was so happy. I was so touched and all. Now, guess what? Remember, I'm talking about social capital. Do you know that couple, they now liked me? They got my number. They will start sending messages to me and all. I will reply sometimes and all. So there was a particular time they sent a request to me. I think the man lost the father. It was a burial. It was not going to happen in Lagos. And they sent an invitation to me to say, we'll be honored to have you. Guess what happened to me? Yours sincerely. I know I was working, I was busy, but in my head, you know what I thought? I felt, is it because they gave me something, right, that I will now be seen around them? Imagine that thinking, it was a backward thinking, backward. In my head, I'm like, I'm busy. I will not be able to attend that. Unknown to me, it was an exclusive invitation. It was an exclusive. Unknown to me, they were so powerful in the society. They are a very powerful, highly networked individuals that people are craving to be in their network. People are doing lobbying. Unknown to me, the invitation they sent out and they gave me was very choice invitation. It's only exclusive to few people they invited. And I boggled it. Yours sincerely, I didn't go. I can't even remember. Thank you, Jerry. I can't even remember. I think maybe I sent a message to them. I'm not even sure I even called them to even give an excuse. I'm not even sure. I didn't value it. Gentlemen, I did not value that relationship. Then, I was immature. Don't be like that. Guess what happened? So moments after, I then began to know who they were more. I should have known now. Somebody who, like, how many years ago, over 10 years ago, can just see you and dole you ₦1 million. Come on. But my church, my head just told me, don't run after them or don't do that so it won't be like because they gave you. That was the wrong thinking. After all, they had already shown that they wanted me in their life and in their circle. Gentlemen, I then started to want to go back. Guess what? Till tomorrow, they didn't open again. I'm telling you. Each time I remember this. In fact, I wanted to make it, I think I should make it a prayer point. Not for anything. Just that, look, I have learned. So maybe what I should do is to go and corner. I know if I want to, I can. I know. Go and block that person somewhere, so anyhow, anywhere, whether in Nigeria, whether overseas, go block that person and then say, I just want to apologize, honestly. So what is the point here? The point here is that I didn't value the relationship and I boggled it. And I want to let you know that every relationship must be valued. Because sometimes, don't treat relationship because of what it is at that point in time. Because there are relationships that don't look significant at the beginning, right? But those people grow into significance. And if you don't reckon with them when they were at that level, they will not. I'll share another quick example, story before my time goes. When I was a brand manager, brand manager is the least. Assistant brand manager, I was in a multinational environment, and we were working with agencies. Insight, I will mention name, STB, and then we had other smaller ones. Don't let me mention the names of the smaller ones because of what I want to say. Do you know that when the Ogas come in, we used to have general office, open office. When the MDs of the agencies, or any agency come in, they will walk through our own general office to go and see our controller and director. And whenever they come, we all do ovation, we all stand up and greet them. Those days, I'm talking about early 90s. I noticed that some of the MDs, when they come in, as they are entering the general office, wanting to make their way towards our gas office, they will greet everybody. Hello, hi everybody, good morning, Hannah, Dada. They'll just mention names and we'll stand up and greet them. But there were other MDs that will enter the office. They will not know recognition of anybody. In fact, when you even greet them, say the way they look at you, they pass. In my heart those days, I used to say, don't worry, this thing you are doing to me, one day I'm going to sit in that room as the director. You will see what I will do. Did it happen? Yes, it happened. It happened. They were not nurturing the relationship. They didn't beat me and nurture some of us as people who could be relevant tomorrow. And what happened? When we became Ogas, do you know what happened? We shut out some of them. Simple. We simply shut out some of them. And those who were more welcoming, we were more welcoming to them, and we gave them businesses more. So today, we've discussed, the need for, so I still have 11 minutes, 10 minutes, social capital. The need to build your relationships. The need to be deliberate. Stratify it in your heart. Family relationship. Is it marriage, church relationship, or mosque relationship, career relationship, business relationships, general friendship relationship? And say, how do you nurture? The ways you nurture are the kind of sacrifices you make. So today, now, for example, like I said to you, I'm at an event, 70th anniversary. I had to come because it's a relationship that I cherish and a sacrifice. So you need to give time. And I've told you the blunder I made while I communized a relationship that would have made a difference in my life. I'm so sure. So let me round up by now saying, how do all of this impact our work-life balance? Do you see? I'm spending like 2-3 hours or 4 hours now in this event, in this party, because I'm nurturing a relationship. All right. These 4 hours, I probably would have used to watch movie, right? Or write something, or just be on social media and waste it away. But this is an investment for me. But I'm nurturing this relationship because of how it can be beneficial to me tomorrow. Tomorrow, if I need anything, for example, that this relationship can give to me, whereas people will be running around, writing letter, doing proposal and all of that, it will be a phone call I'm going to just call or send a message or just say, sir, I want to see you. It will open the door. What people will spend two months pursuing, on the strength of my relationship, I will get it in maybe one day. In fact, this relationship is another leg into other relationships for me, because there are people around his life that are close to him that I will need, whether for my business or all the things I do or whatever. So once I get him, I get into his circle and he can introduce me, as long as trust is there. As long as I'm not the one who will go and start asking money or mess up the relationship. So integrity is very important. Your value systems are very important. You must be trustworthy. You must know what works, what don't work. There are things that you shouldn't do because they are relationship killers. They will take away from your social capital. For example, if you are not trustworthy. For example, if you backstab, if you have some bad behavior, some character flaws, it will negate your social capital. Okay? So, if you have any questions, thank you for those who've joined. Oh my God. Thank you everyone who's tried to join me today. I apologize. I didn't even remember to share it or to even publicize it, but that's fine. Please share it. What have we discussed today? Let me wrap it up. 8 minutes to go. Let me just round up. First, I've said that I discussed with us today the power of social capital, and that any which way your social capital has an impact in your network, in your work-life balance. If you have a strong social capital, what people will spend time looking for, long time, shorter time for you, because you know who to call. Okay? I pride myself a bit. I think I have some small social capital. I know there are times people will tell me, my team will tell me, they will say, who does Hannah not know in this? Who does Hannah not know? Just mention one person or industry or something. If I don't know one person, I know one person that knows one person that knows that person. Okay? And we should be able to go. And remember, I also told you that you must learn to strike relationships. Be deliberate. And I've also said to you, don't say I'm an introvert. I don't like to talk. I don't like to meet people. That's very limiting. It's a limiting behavior and mindset. And I told you a story If you weren't here earlier, go and listen to it again and like it and share it. I told you a story of my boss who was a stark introvert. But by reason of his profession, he became extroverted and he became a director, an executive director in that business before he left. He still didn't change who he was fully, but he knew how to manage that weakness. So you have what it takes for you to see anybody, to broach anybody, to meet anybody. And I said to you, compliment people. You never lose it when you compliment people. Anybody wants to be complimented. And I say, once you see anybody, the way to broach it quickly is anybody you meet, as long as there are people you really think you want to know a bit more, just greet them. Hello, how are you? Greet with a smile. And then say, I like your that or that. You will see something. Your teeth, your dentition is beautiful. Your hairstyle is nice. Oh, your shirt, my God, your wristwatch. Oh, just one compliment opens the door. Come on. Makes that person want to listen to you. Because everybody wants to be complimented. Okay? Oh, yeah, I think I know you. Sometimes you probably, maybe you can't remember. Your face looks familiar. It's true. It looks familiar, but maybe you never met. And there's also, we never met. Okay, all right. My name is so and you. And once you compliment, let me drop another tip quickly. Remember, it's about them. If you forget anything, don't forget this point. This one I'm making now, this last point. It is what? It is about that individual. It's not about you. So don't be anxious to tell them about you. Oh, my name is this. I work here. This is what we sell. No. It's about that individual. Okay? So you're meeting me, want to know about me. You know, make it my meeting. It's about me. Make me the hero of the conversation. So when you meet any person, firstly, let it be about them. After you've complained, oh, your height, my goodness, this height is, whoa. Do you play basketball? Are you a footballer? Oh my God, your beard is super. Whatever those compliments, decent complimenter. After you do that, then make it about them. Tell me, oh, so what do you do? Wonderful, wow. You must have some words like, wow, wonderful, that's great, interesting. Those are general words. They must be on your lips. Whether or not you like it, it's interesting, first and foremost. Give it to the person, okay? That's how you build that rapport. And people can then say a little more about them and all of that. Yeah. And if possible, you get their names, you have their telephone number. It's fine at that level. And once you leave that meeting, if it's a formal meeting, please take the telephone numbers of people. Get their names, get their numbers. Let me tell you, even the secretary, the least person in that room is happy. When I attend meetings, and people introduce me, that's our CEO, I'm just, okay. You'll be shocked immediately after the meeting. I'm going first to the list of the person in the room. And I'm saying, how are you? Please, may I have your number? Okay, that's Mary. Mary, you don't mind if we have your number? Okay, I may take it or tell one of my assistants, please, Mary, give us your number. Oh, it would be nice. Before I then go to the big man on the table. Because that one I know I can get to. Say these younger ones, the ones down, they are the people that will be in that office tomorrow, number one. They are the people that can shut the gate, number two. They are the people that will write the briefs and give you the proposal and send you the brief tomorrow. But what many people may want to do as a CEO, I just want to relate with the MD or the CEO and leave the other people. It doesn't work. We don't build social capital like that, okay? So, I hope this has been useful to you. If it is, thank you. Thank you. I'll send a reminder out next week so that I can remind you again. Okay? Please plug it in. 12:30 on Thursdays as much as possible. We'll have a conversation around work-life balance, around career. I can speak extensively about career because I've built a career, been in career. I was in career, paid employment for close to 3 decades, at least well over 2 decades, and have a load of experience to talk about career, how to get you to the board fast, how to fast track you quickly, to the top level without doing bad things or more, not bad things. You do good things and excellently you get to the table. All right. So I can talk about that. I've also been in business for quite some time. The good, the bad, the ugly. I can also share experience. I'm a family person, so I can speak to you from family. I'm a community person. I can speak to you in community. I'm a society person. I do things. So Any which way, we can keep rolling and rolling and rolling. Thank you. I'm looking at my time. I have 2 minutes to go. But I want to say thank you for joining me today. Please, thank you. Like it. Share it. Yes, you can go back and watch it again. Thank you. Love you all. Thank you for joining. Do have a good Thursday, and let's have a good break. Remember, take some time to rest, okay? Watch a movie, eat some popcorn. Some asun won't be bad this period. If you're watching your weight, that's fine. Do some juices and salad. Thank you. Bye, bye, bye. Bye, bye, bye. Thank you, bye. Yes, thank you. Bye, King Folashade. Go watch it. Go back to it and watch it. Okay. All right. Thank you, everyone. Please go watch it and share it and like it and share it. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye. Thank you. Bye-bye.